good morning, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Schooner Morning Show. I'm your host, Mark Prevost, and I'm here with a brand new resident that just moved in. Her name is Georgette Morin, and she lives in the Camden building on the second floor, number 421. Is that right, Georgette?
Yes, it is.
Great, great. So tell us, where were you born?
In Lewiston.
Lewiston, Maine.
Yes.
In the hospital or at home?
I don't know.
You mean they never told you? Your mom and dad never told you?
No, they never told me. I don't know if I was born during the day or at night. They never told me that, and I never asked.
Well, isn't that something?
Because I wasn't nosy in those days.
Right. Oh, does that mean you are now?
Yes. Now I would have asked.
I ask people all the time because I am amazed at how many people were born at home. And today, I mean, you rarely hear of anyone being born at home.
I believe it must have been at home because I have a younger brother, 4.5, and he was born at home.
So you just have the one sibling? Or was it just the two of you?
Yeah, there's only...
How many in the family originally?
We were 6.
6? Yeah.
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 And the others are all passed. They're all old. My younger brother, and then it's me.
So the 2 babies are left.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, the baby is left. He's 4.5 years younger than me. I love it. I wish he'd see this.
Oh, well, we can send it to him. Yeah, that's right.
He would, because we're always teasing each other about this.
Yeah, and I'm sure you call him the baby.
Oh, we.
Oh, we, absolutely.
Oh, yes,
absolutely. So, did you, so you went to school in Lewiston. You did all your schooling here?
Yes, in Lewiston, yeah.
Any other schooling after high school or anything? No?
No. I went to work I went to work at 14 years old.
Wow.
Then in those days, well, we could get away with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't even have the child labor laws. My dad was telling me how could work at any age.
But they came to check on us.
Yeah.
If we were, but I guess I was big enough and whatever. They came, I even asked them what they wanted. And my mother came running and told me, hey, go hide.
Where were you working? What were you doing?
Wood and Smith in the shoe shop.
Yes.
It was on Minot Avenue.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then quite a few years ago.
Well, that big business in town, big business.
Yes,
it was.
It was. Yeah.
But it provided a lot of employment for everybody, and it supported a big bustling city.
Yes, it was. Yeah. I worked there for 11 years. Then I worked at Knapp for 1 year. Then I got married and I moved to Connecticut.
So so tell us now, how did you meet your husband?
On a blind date.
A blind date here in town?
We're here in town.
Yeah.
He was originally from Lewiston, but he had gone to work in Connecticut. He went in the service in the Army, and then when he came back, he returned to Connecticut, and his friend, and he was engaged to one of my friends that we used to hang around with.
Right.
And they introduced us.
Yeah.
And it took, and got married.
Was it love at first sight, or did you have to warm up?
Kind of warm up. Because he wasn't living here, he was living.
Right, makes it hard.
Makes it harder.
Yeah.
He'd come down every 2 weeks.
Oh.
And we got married a year and a half later.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And we lasted for almost 64 years.
64 years.
Yeah, he passed away 7 months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming when you got married, you moved to Connecticut with him.
Yes.
Right? And did you start a family? Did you?
We started a family. We had been married 2 years, and we had 4 girls. They were all born in Hartford, Connecticut.
Yeah.
We lived in Hartford for 5 years. Then we moved in Enfield, Connecticut.
Oh, Enfield.
Enfield.
Right.
Yeah.
Right on the border with Springfield, Connecticut.
Yeah, 7 miles from Springfield.
Yeah.
We had a nice house. We made a lot of good friends.
Yeah.
And then it got to my husband was a carpenter. He was building houses and he was doing remodeling. And I never really worked. I worked mother's hours.
Oh, yeah.
That's what we called it then.
Right.
When the kids would leave
leave for
to
school. Yeah.
I go to work and come home
Before they got home.
before they got home.
Exactly.
I didn't make much money, but I wanted to raise my family myself.
Boy, my hat is off to you.
So, you know.
Because you folks brought up the children right, and you were there for them, and you made sure that you were going to instill your values.
So that's what we wanted. So then, time came, my husband wanted to return to Maine. At
Yeah.
first, I objected because I still had two that was going to school,
Yeah.
and one got married and the other one was at college, so I didn't have to worry so much about those two. But then the other two, I didn't want them. It was her last year of high school.
Yeah.
And I said, you know, it's hard to, but she didn't mind. But then I had one, they had a bad accident, not a car accident. It was a car that hit her, but she was on the side of the road.
Oh,
We almost lost her.
sure.
And that's when I decided, well, wait, life is kind of short. And we have to think, and my husband he was building a house in Maine while we were living in Connecticut.
Oh, wow.
And it was,
Yeah, yeah.
and that's when I decided after she came home, after 3 months, I said, well, girls, we'll discuss this, made up our mind. We have to move where the work is, with
Yeah.
your father.
Yeah.
And when we came, but my family was here and my husband's family was here.
Right. So you had all of that support group of all your family
Yes,
here.
but we were leaving 2 daughters in Connecticut and we had made very, very good friends.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, when you raise your family,
Right.
you know, you have the same.
Yeah.
How
The kids interact and you become friends.
And the friends
yeah.
with the parents.
Yeah.
And we had very, very good friends. But once I got here, maybe 2 years after that, it was the best thing I could have done.
Yeah. It didn't take long to settle right back in and reconnect with all the family and
And I
made all kinds of friends, I bet.
yes, because with my sister, her son was into ceramics.
Yeah.
So my husband was working daytime and second shift, and I did ceramics. Then we belonged to all the Cross seniors, and I learned line dancing.
Oh boy.
And so you meet an awful lot of people.
Oh yeah.
And we enjoyed it. And then I always enjoyed people, interact with people.
Yeah.
And then my brother and his wife, we decided we wanted to do ballroom dancing.
Oh boy.
And so we signed up
Yeah.
at Yale.
My wife and I did that too. I wonder if you were in the class. Well, they had the class ongoing, so
yeah,
could have been almost
was
any
it,
class.
Lorraine Fournier?
Yes, yes. And we signed up for that with our son and his girlfriend, and my dad and his girlfriend. So there were 6 of us all taking it, and we had a ball. No pun intended. Ballroom dancing. We had a ball. Get it?
We sure did. You know, because we made an awful lot of good friends.
Yes, yeah. Well,
Yes.
and like-minded friends, because we all like ballroom dancing,
Exactly.
and it's so much fun.
Oh, yes. Oh,
But boy,
yes.
you got to practice that stuff to keep it up, because like we talked about speaking French, if you don't keep it up and keep practicing, you forget it.
You forget it.
I forget all the moves now.
Oh, yeah. Now, wow. Naturally. For that. And then there was dances. Like,
Yes.
we go to Knights of Columbus
Right?
once a month.
Yeah.
And the whole group of us would go.
Did you ever go to Maplewood in Portland?
No, we
It
never.
was all ballroom dancing there. And
But
we
my husband didn't want to go. He didn't want to travel.
didn't want to travel. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that
Nothing
was
wrong
okay.
with that.
That
Yeah.
was okay.
A lot around here.
Yeah, oh yeah. And then, you know, we're doing line dancing with all the festivals that we used to have in Lewiston.
Festival de Joie.
Oh, we used to go, oh yeah.
Yeah.
And we even, with line dancing,
Yeah.
we used to be a group that would dance on Friday when the festival would start on Friday afternoon. Our group would always go. And We enjoyed it.
Oh my
Something-
goodness.
Really enjoyed it. It was
Well,
something.
I can tell you, you're going to fit in so beautifully here because you make friends very easily. You can tell that you're just a nice, easygoing, fun-loving person.
I don't like bingo though.
No. Well,
That's boring.
well, it's so funny to hear you say that because my father's sisters, he had quite a few of them. 3 of them loved bingo, and the others all thought it was the stupidest thing in the world and it was a waste of time, and they were mad at them for wasting their times playing bingo until they hit a certain
Age.
place in their life, and then they loved it as well.
But you know, like I belonged to the New Orleans seniors till we had this COVID. They had bingo every Monday.
Yeah,
I went every Monday.
yeah,
I worked in the kitchen, helped
yeah,
make the food
yes.
and serve the people. But I'd be a runner. I'd stay for the bingo.
I see.
For the winners, I'd run.
Yeah,
I'd give
yeah.
the money to the people.
So you're a doer. You're a helper, a doer, a volunteer.
I enjoyed
You like
doing
to
that.
keep moving. Yeah.
Keep moving, and it was good. Plus, the exercise that you get out of it,
Yeah.
and all the people that you see.
Right. Right.
You know, I didn't like to stay home and not see nobody. I wanted to, and I enjoyed the people.
Yeah.
Also, yeah.
Well, hang in there with us. Hang in for a few more months because we'll get back to what we used to do around here, which was a lot of socializing and exercise class, which we have on TV now. And we're doing this on TV because we can't all be
In the same room.
in person in the same room.
Yes.
But better times are coming.
Yes, because Irene DeLong told me that. Oh,
yeah.
yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah. Irene's been here 10 years. I can't believe it.
Oh, yeah.
It just seems like it was yesterday, and it's
I know.
already been 10 years for her.
Because we came to visit when Teresa was here. When her
Yes.
sister,
Yeah.
My husband and I, we came to visit them.
Yeah.
Because they lived not too far from where we lived.
Right, Irene told me that.
Yeah. So, you know, I walked a lot, and my husband did carpentry job with Teresa's husband.
Yeah.
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 So, oh yeah. So when my husband passed away, we knew that was coming. So my girls decided there was no question that was going to go anywhere else.
I gotta meet these girls. They're wonderful. I can tell already.
Oh yes, Mom, you know a lot of people, because naturally being the seniors,
Yeah.
you get people all over the place.
Oh, of course. Right.
You know,
Right.
So, and I get along with mostly everybody.
Yeah.
And, well, Georgette, you're gonna come here. You know, Armin's gone now. We're gonna put your name, don't do nothing you're not supposed to. I'm not putting my name yet. I knew I was gonna go somewhere.
Right.
Could not take care of my house.
Right.
I had a big house,
Yeah.
the long driveway,
Oh,
and I says, I can't do that. At my age, I says, I can't do that. So and we decided, well, we'd put it up for sale. Well, decided my daughter wanted to buy it.
yeah.
My youngest daughter
Good.
bought it.
Good. Yeah.
And I'm glad. So now
Yeah.
it
Stays in the family.
stays in the
Yeah.
family.
You can visit. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Owning a home is huge. It's so much work.
Oh, yeah.
And it's
oh, yeah.
it's difficult for a husband and a wife, never mind a wife alone, or a husband alone. It
Oh,
is
yeah.
just a lot of work.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And my husband couldn't do, for the past, I would say 3 years, the last 3 years of his life, he never complained, never. But he couldn't do nothing anymore.
Yeah.
He always cut all his wood. We had 17 acres. And he'd go in the woods, cut.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. The last year he didn't do nothing. And that's when I noticed more. I says,
Yeah.
he's fading away.
Yeah.
But he never wanted to accept that he was,
Right. Not a complainer.
no.
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 Was he not a complainer, or you wouldn't let him complain? Because my wife won't let me complain. If I try to complain, she backhands me. No, I'm just kidding.
No, really, he never complained.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was kind of sneaky. If I didn't give him the pills and stay in front of him, he wouldn't take them.
Ah.
And I only found that out because he had a heart attack. And I called 911, we took him to the hospital, but he didn't want to accept that he had a heart problem.
Right.
And they gave him the medication, and but at first I thought he was taking his medication.
Yeah.
Till he had the second one, that I took him to the hospital, because he went.
Right.
And when I came back home, they gave us a prescription, and I looked and I went in because he was taking care of his medication, I was taking care of him.
Yeah.
And he wasn't taking his medication.
His was all still there. Yeah.
And I started counting the pills, and then I kind of let him have it. And I said, now.
You're in charge.
He quit.
You had your chance, now it's me.
He quit. I said, listen.
Yeah.
But I'd stand in front of him. But he was kind of sneaky, I think, because
He'd pocket it, they call it. He'd tongue it or cheek it or whatever and not.
And I should have been smarter because my mother used to do that.
Why is it, do you think, that they just don't want to take something that's going to help them? They don't trust it.
No, because he said it was water pills, more or less. It was because he had fluid around his heart.
Yeah.
And that was the pills. And he would say, I have to get up too often at night.
Uh-huh, right.
And I'd say, but I tried to explain to him what it was doing, but would not accept that.
Right.
Now he just...
Stubborn.
A real stubborn Frenchman.
Wow. Boy, this is deja vu.
You're Frenchman too.
Yes, I am. Yeah, bravo, right.
I don't know about you, but I don't know you, so I can't say you're stubborn.
Well, we're getting there. We're getting to know each other. That's what is so great about interviews and things like that.
Yeah.
I've learned so much about different people that I've known for a long time, but I didn't know certain things that they say, when you have a chance to sit and talk.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But he didn't, and he wanted to die, did not want to go to a nursing home, and God, that's the way he did it. And God gave me the strength to be able to take care of him till the end.
Right. They say that God will never give you more than he knows you can handle.
Yeah, that's what they say, and I believe in that.
Yeah.
And so I say, well, thank you, old man.
Well,
he was a saver, so that's why I'm here. If it would have been me, I wouldn't have been able to be here.
you would have spent it all, right? But he saved. Boy, him and I have a lot in common. That's great. That is great.
And I can't, that's why I tell my girls, you don't know, you guys. I was a spendthrift.
Yeah.
But your father was a saver.
Yeah. So opposites attract. See how that is? There's another case of where opposites have attracted, and together you moderate each other.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. When you think of it,
You probably loosened up the purse strings a little bit up for him, and he held you back a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Or a lot.
A lot.
Well, Georgette,
okay.
I tell you, you are just a bundle of joy. It's just, we're so blessed and happy to have you here in the Schooner family.
Well, I think I'll be very happy here.
I think you will.
You have to follow the rules. That's the way it is.
Right, yeah.
And it's nobody's fault that we have the COVID right now.
Yeah. And it's all over the world. I mean, everybody in the entire world is living under the same rules that we are.
Yes.
I mean, if you want to stay alive and you don't want, they don't know what complications somebody could have. You may get it and survive it, but you may have complications for the rest of your life. Nobody wants that.
No, I certainly don't.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm staying here for Christmas.
Good for you.
I'm not.
Yeah.
We'll do FaceTime.
There you go.
That's what I told them. I said, we'll do FaceTime.
Yeah.
So, I've already started doing FaceTime with my grandkids and my daughter.
It's wonderful. There's nothing to it. The future has arrived now. Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Do you have any other hobbies? Do you knit? No?
I used to make all my kids' clothes when they were younger.
Oh, wow.
But I don't do that anymore. I'm too lazy now.
And they're out there. I mean, there's a glut of clothes in the world. Back in the day, clothes were hard to come by.
Yeah, we have 4 daughters. I mean,
right.
And the only husband working.
Yeah.
And you have to do something.
You have to make do. But now it's just everything. There's a glut of everything in the world.
I used to like cooking and all of that. I did all of that.
Yeah.
Now I love to read.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, and I love that iPad that the kids gave me.
Yeah.
I don't have a computer, but
Yeah,
I like
but-
puzzles and stuff like that.
Yeah. Keeps you busy.
Yeah.
Boy, that's great.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
the great.
So that's
Well,
So,
I mean, we've had a wonderful interview this morning. You've done a wonderful job. I can't thank you enough. Look right in the camera and tell Irene DeLorme there's nothing to it.
okay, Irene. Oh, she was going to do this. She must have done it. If I know Irene, she did it.
Well, our brand new resident has moved into apartment 421, Georgette Morin. She's just a bundle of joy. Take the opportunity to meet her with your masks on and social distancing, but we're going to do the best we can. We want everybody to have a happy, safe, and wonderful holiday season. Whatever way you end up doing that, be safe, be careful. Use all the protocols so that you can have many more holidays to come. This is Thursday morning, Christmas Eve day, and we're here with Georgette wishing everybody happy holiday seasons. And remember to watch us every Tuesday and Thursday morning. We'll see you again real soon.
Okay.
Thank you, Georgette.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.